Alright, people, I don't want to show my LinkedIn right here, but it's just, I don't know. Do you want to see Jose Mourinho? Anyhow, it is 3:30 a.m. today, at the moment actually, but the thing is, it was 10 p.m., beautifully 5 hours ago, and I was like, okay, I can sleep now, because I was struggling throughout the day. I went out, I studied in the library, so I do not sleep. But when I came back, I was like, no. When you go to sleep, you'll be a different person. I don't want to sleep and wake up the same again. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna write my first peer review for a preprint, not yet published, about a basic science paper. Primary paper, of course, and it has to do with mice and rats. And throughout these 2 years I've been into this research, either preferably or actually involving, I always rejected the idea of just rats or basic science or just immunology stuff. I want to think that are clinically relevant, that I can actually see. But it was my first paper that I read about that, but not only the first to read. The first paper that I wrote about rats and basic science, it is the first that I did a peer review about it. How ironic. But now, I'm actually a different person because I have this in me that I wrote a peer review on the lovely research hub, but I now know that the process is different. How I'm gonna conduct my further research will be different. Why would it be different? Now I understand that it is not like making a sandwich or just like getting things done and moving to the next. In research, you must have an incremental compound effect, and that only happens through specialization. You need to pick one thing. Just like in personal branding, people be like, in order to brand yourself, you need to own one word, and then you build your identity around it. Or you have an identity, you have a word, and then you have a brand. Either ways, you have to own one thing. For me, it's always been neuro related. It's interesting. I mean, I would be having a hard time sitting down and reading about this plane without all my due respect to this plane, but I will have a hard time. I'll be like, but neuro related is just interesting because it hacks into your psyche, it hacks into your abilities, your cognitive capacity. It's just like infinitely interesting. But after reading this basic science paper, I am more into neuroinflammation, which I actually have it on my board. I cannot show you my board, but it's in my board. But what happened is that after reading this paper, just reinforces that I am into neuroinflammation as a research. And the process of peer reviewing is not easy, but it's simple. This is weird because at the very end it's just like 5 sections and write and submit. That is what it is. So it is simple, but it is what we call in Arabic is سهل الممتنع. This is pretty easy, but I dare you to do it, you know. And there's huge people doing it, man. Like, I just want to show you someone who's doing it, where he is. I guess, yeah, there's this guy absolutely killing it. This guy and I did a peer review on the same paper, but he got the experience. He's humbled. Oh no, here it was just like, just imagine that he so much into science till that he has it as his profile picture. His name is Hao Yin. So this is who you are in the field with, not competing with. We're not in a competition. But for the first time in a while, I feel that I'm doing what I need to be doing. But now I just need to cut myself more into doing less, more intensely. You know this phrase that makes people like wonder what that means when they say less is more? That's it. From today, when I decided not to sleep at 10 p.m. like every other night for the past 3 years or so, today I'm a different man. I refuse the cliche. I try to be honest. And I use my writing as a way to think and as a way to make that tangible, that I try to say the truth. I don't try to be pretentious. I don't try to impersonate something. I'm a third-year medical student studying in Egypt, which is a developing country. And all of this awareness may just make you feel like, not surrender, put some burden on you. But if you take it from the perspective of well, there is the things that I would like to be able to do in the near future. How can I prestige myself by giving these abilities to my future version? And that is what I will be initiating, iterating on, and improving. The scientific hustle of doing and discovering and writing. It is all about writing, people. It is all statistics is great. I've been studying statistics, and when I was studying statistics, I was also feeling like I'm doing the right thing. So there's two things that I'm doing that makes me feel I'm doing the right things: statistics and writing. But tickling the rats and putting them in the maze, I don't know about that. I don't know. I need to have a justification when I do it. But for now, let the new personality begin. And I'm not going to sleep now. I still have one thing to do, which is to write an essay about the medical student syndrome, because this also allows me to be another person, because I will start a team then when I have this medical student syndrome atomic essay ready. So just like that, man, just like that. You, me who refuse to sleep, now have a peer review written and is also about to start a team called the Scientific Hustle Team. Isn't that remarkable? I mean, this comes with a cost, of course, of staying up to 4 a.m. and delaying your curriculum about the medical school, hepatomegaly and cirrhosis and all of this sort of thing. So you can be hyper specialized in something even though you are not required to do it. It is just your voluntarily choice, which is great. Bliss to have the autonomy to do what I want to do, even though it comes with a great struggle and physical pain. But both ways, alhamdulillah, and thank you to Mr. Hawian. Now I shall be writing about my medical student syndrome, people. Have a good night.